Prince Harvey went to work in an Apple store in Soho, New York City for 4 months. The company didn't pay him a cent, but he didn't mind. Why? So I'll give it to you again. Prince Harvey went to work in an Apple store in Soho, New York City for 4 months. The company didn't pay him a cent, but he didn't mind. Why?
Well, if you're a prince, you don't need a lot of money.
If, on the other hand, you've recently had the prince title removed...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear. So, hang on. Tom, I've learnt from our last episode, is Prince Harvey a human?
Prince Harvey, he is a human.
Okay.
Is the Apple Store a greengrocer's?
Oh, that's good. Oh, are we just going through alternate versions of all of this?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Is it not New York, but...
That is a great question. But the Apple Store is not a greengrocer's. It is
Fair enough.
an Apple Store with a capital A.
Okay.
I like how we've got to the point now with all the question setters and one person who's just done so many of these. Like, all right, let's go down the list. Let's metagame this.
Exactly.
Let's get this the most efficient way we can.
They're missing a trick, though, in New York, not to call it the Big Apple Store, I think.
Oh, my
Oh,
word.
they are.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
My first thought is that Prince is a valid American first name. This is just someone whose first name is Prince. His name is Prince Harvey.
Yeah.
Because his parents called him Prince.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that would help at all with the question, but it might remove the line of inquiry of which monarch is sending their son to work.
Yes.
So you don't think there's a royal that's being sent to go to work then?
Harvey is also not much of a royal name. I feel like there's going to be a lot of Leos and Georges before there are Harveys.
But I guess the question then is, why did he not mind not being paid? Which is a lot of negatives in a sentence. But essentially, why would he be happy not to receive payment? Because he's got a lot of money? Sure, but that's not a lateral question. So, is to say he was sent to work there, Jonny?
No, he went to work. He went there of his own accord.
Is the payment in kind in some way? Like he was allowed to stay there. He was security for the Apple Store and was allowed to live above it. That kind of thing.
I feel like that's illegal.
Well, it is, but there was some sort of agreement, let's say, between the two parties.
Well, who are the parties? Prince Harvey and Apple.
So
what can Apple get? Did he have an app that they were buying or some software and he wanted to kind of get in at the ground level to do some kind of undercover boss style work?
Was he some TikTok influencer trying to live in an Apple store for 4 months? Until Apple noticed him.
Yeah.
He was not living there. He was going home at the end of the day, or when he had finished work, he was going home.
Did he choose to get paid in some sort of in-game currency rather than dollars?
Oh yes, wasn't paid a cent, but got free Apple things.
Whatever, Roblox, shall we say? Robux.
Yeah, or like got a laptop, or got a camera, or got a processor, or got shares. Oh, was he like the graffiti artist who drew on the wall of Apple, and rather than being paid money, he got paid shares in the company? Is that who that was?
No, he was not given anything by Apple.
Okay. Not given everything by Apple.
No, hold on. This is carefully phrased. He went to work at the Apple store.
He didn't work for Apple, did he?
Not necessarily for Apple.
Okay, you may have landed on something there, Tom.
Is he the kind of guy that's a statue that stands outside or inside the Apple store and is paid by people donating money to him?
He is not a human statue. No, he was definitely inside the store where he was at work.
Ooh.
Again, carefully phrased.
For 4 months.
Not for Apple. So who works in an Apple store that doesn't work for Apple?
Because even this is not going to be like a contractor who happens to be a security guard for another company. That's not a lateral question. There's There's some trick to this.
There's something more to this. So, I mean, I can give you, you know,
If the answer was just he was the security guard, I'd be furious. I'm going to be honest.
I'd love that.
Yeah, it's like,
Exactly, yeah.
didn't technically work for Apple, it was subcontracted.
And that's the end of the show. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Exactly. So you're right. So he didn't belong to a royal family, and he was there almost every day, and he was in there for hours at a time. But Apple Store, they all wear the sort of the staff T-shirts. He wasn't wearing, an Apple branded T-shirt. He wasn't part of Apple, but he was in the store at work.
All right, here is my pitch for like the New York Post article or something like that. We sent a journalist into an Apple store to see how long before they kick him out. He gets there at the start of each day, he sits down, he works, and he's just waiting to see how long you can spend in an Apple store doing your job before someone comes along and taps you on the shoulder and goes, mate, it's a bit much.
I love it. It's got to be it. That's got to be it.
You're not right, I'm afraid. But so
It was so good, so persuasive, Tom.
You just dismissed it.
well, the staff there did acknowledge him, but they let him carry on with his job.
Right. Was he taking selfies on like the display models or?
No, so James, you're closer with what you're saying there. It's not right, but think about what you can do using Apple technology, in particular the laptops. What are the programs that you can use that may be beneficial?
Was he editing on it?
He was editing in a way.
Was he editing himself out of security footage or into security footage?
Was he making his movie in the Apple store for free, and Apple were like, yeah, all right, that seems like a good advert to have around?
You are 80% there. He was not making a movie, but he was making something. What was he making?
An advert for the Apple Store?
Not an advert. It was all for him. He was making it just for himself. What was he making?
Oh, his album?
He was making his album.
Amazing. Lovely.
Prince Harvey sounds like a stage name, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Yes, it does.
So,
Yes, it does.
the story was, so he's from New York, Prince Harvey. He's a rapper and producer. His laptop had died. He faced eviction, couldn't afford replacement equipment. So instead of giving up, he went into the Apple store every day with a little USB stick and used the Macs and GarageBand to record his vocals, the beats, the edits, saved it onto a little hard drive, and then each day would go in. And the employees twigged to what he was doing, but it was such a good advert for other people coming into the store to see what could be done on the equipment that they were like, yeah, great. And the album that he released was called Fat Ass, Phattass, which is Prince Harvey at the Apple Store, Soho.
Oh,
wow. That's lovely stuff.
Yeah.
The Lateral book is out now. Just click on the link to get your copy.